Hello everyone. In this video, I will teach you how to integrate GitHub with Android Studio. But before we do that, I will tell you what is GitHub and why you should use it. GitHub basically is a version control system. Now you would be asking what a version control system is. Basically, it is a tool that helps a software development team to manage changes to the source code over time. Version control software keeps track of changes or modification to the code in a special kind of database. Okay, I'll make it easy for you. First of all, a VCS or version control system provides you an online storage for your project source code. Your project backup is maintained in the server so that if something goes wrong with your computer, you don't have to worry about losing your project code. All your source code is backed up on the server, and if you log in on any other computer, you can download the source code and get all your changes there. VCS tracks the changes to your code. That means as you make changes to your code, VCS maintains a database of what changes you made and when the changes were made. So that if something goes wrong and you need to remove the changes, you can do that very easily using a VCS, and you can go back to any older version of the code or any specific file you want to do. Another major advantage of VCS is that it allows software development teams to work together on the same project and keep the changes synced. You might have come across such scenarios where multiple people want to work on the same project. For example, there is a team of 2 or 3 developers and they want to play different roles in the project. For example, one developer wants to do the designing part, other wants to do the development part. So how do they collaborate on the same project? Maybe you would think that one developer does the design and then sends the entire project or the files to the other developer using some storage service or some email, and then the other developer makes changes to the code and then sends the code or the project to another developer, to the senior developer or any other member of the team. This is not at all a good approach for collaborating in software development teams. But using GitHub, you can achieve all this in a very neat and clean manner. If multiple people want to work on an Android project or any other type of project, they don't need to send the entire project to each other. Rather, the code is available on a central storage, central server. One developer makes the changes on his computer and then uploads all the code or the changes they have done to the code to the server, and all the other developers of the team, other members of the team, can download the changes on their system and play their own part, make their own changes, and it is all synced properly. So let's get started with the integration process. It's not a very difficult task, but sometimes developer makes very small mistakes during the integration process that makes the whole process difficult for them. So I'll be pointing out these small details throughout the process. The first step is to go to github.com and here you get an option to sign up. If you already have an account, then you can go for sign in, but if you don't, then you need to click sign up. Here you need to provide 3 things: username, email address and password. Just make sure that you don't give any spaces in the username. For example, I am writing my name Basan. This username is already taken. Okay, I can write a Basan1. Okay, it is available. Then you need to write your email address. I am writing here a dummy email address, but you need to make sure that you write your own correct email address, because you will be have to verify it in the next step. For GitHub, you need to have a password of at least 15 characters or at least 8 characters, including a number and a lowercase character. Okay, I've had password. Now here is the important part. After filling these details, often I've seen that people jump to this button, create an account, but you don't have to do it. They often people skip this part. Here you may see that here will be a loading icon, or you may see this, please solve this puzzle. If it is showing loading, then you need to wait for the loading to complete and this screen to appear. Don't jump on and click on this button. If this part is available to you, then you need to click verify, and here you will see a some type of picture image that you need to roll in such a way that it becomes upright. So this is an image of an animal. This way you rotate it. Okay, when the image is correct, way up, touch the done button. Okay, this image is now showing in the correct way, so I'll click done. When this shows a green tick, then you can click on create an account. The next step, you have to select what type of package or plan you want to be using with GitHub. We are fine with the free plan that comes with unlimited public and private repositories. The limitation with the free plan is that I was talking earlier about having a team that can work on one project. You can only add 3 members to a project, to a private project in the free plan, but in the paid plan that costs $7 a month, you can add unlimited collaborators to the repositories. So I am fine with 3 collaborators, and then you don't need to check these checkboxes and click continue. Here you just have to write about your experience. Is it you don't know programming at all, or you are new to programming, or somewhat experienced, whatever you want to call it. And then you need to tell how you want to use GitHub. For example, I need to host a project, and I want to collaborate with my team. Maximum you can select up to 3 options here. It doesn't matter what you select here, and also you can skip this step as well. I am submitting it. After you have submitted it, you will get this message to check your email settings, and there you need to verify your email address. Now this step is very important. If you skip this part and forget to verify your email, you will not be able to sign in with your GitHub account in the Android Studio. So you have to go to your email account, check your inbox, and then after verification of your email address, you need to go to github.com again, and make sure you see a page like this saying learn Git and GitHub without any code. Read this guide. You will be seeing a similar page like this. For the next step, you need to download a software now. You write git-scm.com, go to this website and click this downloads option. Then click here on Windows, and depending on your Windows, you need to select 32-bit Windows setup or 64-bit Git for Windows setup. I am selecting 64-bit setup. Click download and wait for this download to complete. Once the software is downloaded, you need to locate it and then double click to install it. You need to see these steps very carefully. Click next. Leave these settings as it is, default settings. It says use Vim, but I would recommend, if you have installed Notepad++, you should shift to that setting. Go to next. In this step, you should select this third option and go next. Other options you can go as it is. Click next, and then next as well, and then you need to click install. I already have installed this software, so I'll click cancel now, but you have to complete the installation part. Once the installation is done, you go to the start menu and then search cmd. You will get command prompt. Just click it. Here you need to write git, Git, and press enter. If you see such output on the log screen, it means the Git software has been successfully installed on your system. If you get some error like unknown command or command not found, then either Git is not installed or environment paths are not set, so you'll have to do that first. You can search on the web how to solve such issues, but I don't think you'll be getting such issues if you follow what I did. The next step is very important. If you don't follow this step, you will be having issues when you integrate it with Android Studio. You have to write these commands: git space config double dash global space user dot email space double quote. Here in the double quotes you have to write the email address which with you signed up on github.com. Make sure you do it correct. After writing this, you hit enter like this. Then again you write another command: git space config global user dot name. Then the double quotes you write your username. Okay, once this step is done, now we can move on to the part with Android Studio. Go to Android Studio and then create a new project, or open if you have an existing project that you want to upload to GitHub. I already have a project called Places project. I will be uploading this project to GitHub. Once the project is open, you have to go to File menu, then the settings. Here you have to search for Git. Here you will first get GitHub and Git. First we need to configure Git settings. We need to configure the path of Git software. Click this button with 3 dots and go to here C program files or program files x86, wherever you have installed Git, and expand this Git. The path you will be getting by default will contain cmd over here, but we need to write here and get it to point to bin. So click here bin and then click Git.exe. Make sure you select the Git.exe in the bin folder, not the cmd folder. Click OK, and then you need to click test. See, Git executed successfully and it shows the version of the Git software as well. Once you get this successful message, then you need to go to GitHub option here. First of all, you need to change the auth type here. By default you will get the auth type token, but you have to change it to auth type password, and then you have to change your login here. You have to write here your email address that you have signed up with, and then your password over here. Once this is done, you click test, and then Android Studio will try to access your GitHub account, and once it is successful, it will show you the message connection successful. After doing both these settings, you click OK and come back to your project, and now click VCS, and the second option you see will be enable version control integration. Click this. You will see this window pop up. From this drop down menu, select Git and click OK. The next step is go back to VCS and then go to import into version control, and from here you select share project on GitHub. It will show you the name of the project it will be creating on GitHub. If you want to change it here, you can do so, whatever you like. Another important step here would be to click this checkbox to make your project private. If you do not make it private, all your source code will be available publicly on GitHub and anybody would be able to access your source code. If you are making a public library, then you can do that, but if you are making your own private project, then you should select this private option, then click share. Now it will show you what files it will be uploading to GitHub. One change you need to make here is that you need to uncheck this .idea folder. You don't need to upload this folder to GitHub. If you do so, you may come across issues when you are collaborating with teams, and this .idea folder can cause issues. So please don't include .idea folder. The next thing you see over here is the commit message. Commit message is basically a reminder for you or your team that tells what kind of changes you have made. For example, when you include a specific module, you can write it, I have including some SMS module or notification module, something like that. When you are uploading the project for the first time, it is usually called initial commit. Click OK. Now it will start to the upload files to Git, performing commit. Now it is pushing to the GitHub. You need to remember three main concepts about GitHub. First is commit, then push and pull. Now I'll explain these three terms for you. Commit means as you make changes to your software, to your source code, when you commit your project, there is a local database that tracks the changes to your software. You tell the local database to save those changes. This is called commit. Remember, commit is done to the local version of the version control system. After you have committed changes to your local database or local version control system, then you need to submit those changes to the server, that is GitHub. The uploading of the code from your system to GitHub is called push. So when you submit your code to the local version control system, it is called a commit, and when you upload your code to the server, it is called push. So you need to first commit and then push your code. Then the third thing is pull. When you want to download the changes from GitHub to your local computer, then it is called pull. I'll show you these three things in action, but first let's go to github.com and see if our project is available there. You can go to the top right corner and select your repositories. See, the places project is available here, and it is updated 2 minutes ago, and this is a private project. I click this to see the details, and here you can see all the code is available, and the initial commit message that I showed you is shown here. So this message will help you to know what changes were last uploaded to the server. Now you see this pop-up message. You may see this pop-up message in your Android Studio saying you to upload a .idea/vcs.xml file. I already told you that you don't need to upload anything that is available in your .idea folder. So you can click don't ask again and click no. One slight change you can make is from this drop down, click project, and then this expand this, and here you will see the file .gitignore. Double click this. This file basically contains a list of files or folders that should be ignored, and they should not be included in the Git or GitHub. Here you write /.idea and then you save this file. This will prevent any changes in the .idea folder to be uploaded to your GitHub account. Now you can go back to this Android view. And now I will show you when you make some changes to your Android project or your source code, how you have to commit and push the changes to the server. For example, I have this map activity open, and default zoom is I have set to 18. I would to change this value to 15. Now I press Ctrl S. The changes are saved. Now I have to upload these changes to GitHub. Go to VCS and click commit. The shortcut is Ctrl K. Here you can see it will show you what files have been changed, what files it will be uploading. It does not upload the entire project. It only uploads the specific files you have been changed. I have made changes to two files. One is the Git.ignore and one is the map activity. And in this window here you can see it also shows you what changes you have made. Here you can see in the previous version the default zoom is 18 and this is showing your version. This is default zoom is 15. So see how GitHub records what changes have you made, the previous versions and the new versions. It shows you the changes, the number of changes. It makes your life a lot easier to track the changes in your source code. Now this is the part commit message. Here you have to write something about what changes have you made in this step. This will be helpful for you and your team. Here I write default zoom changed, a brief message. You have to see here it will show you perform code analysis before commit. You have to uncheck this. If you keep it checked, it will read all the code files and then give you the results about the analysis. We don't want it to do that. Then you come here. Don't just click on this commit button, because commit will only be local. We want to perform two steps. We want to commit as well as we want to push the code. You remember commit is local and the push is uploading the code to the server. So just hover your mouse over this button and then click commit and push. You will get this window. Just click push here. Here you can see two files committed, means files have been saved to the local database. Now they are pushing the files to the server. You must have active internet connection over here. Here you can see pushed one commit to origin or master, that is the branch of your software. Now go back to GitHub. I reload this page and here you can see the map activity.java has been updated and the commit message is showing as default zoom changed. And here you can see the time it is showing that this file was updated 38 seconds ago. Now the next thing you need to learn is how you can collaborate with the team on the same project. Once you have your project open in github.com, you'll see options here: code, issues, pull request. You have to go to this settings page. Here you see the option for collaborators is available. You click this. Here you can search the user with whom you want to collaborate your project by using their email address or username. For example, I can collaborate this project with my student. Here is his username. I can add him to this project, and then I click add collaborator. An invitation for collaboration to your project will be sent to that particular user. If they accept your invitation, then they will be available to download the code to their local PC and then make changes to the project. Now I will tell you how you can download the changes available on the GitHub to your local system. For example, if your collaborator has made some changes and then uploaded the updated code to the server, then how can you download those changes to your local Android Studio? You click VCS, then hover over Git, and then from this menu you use the option pull. You will get this dialog about the strategy, what should use, leave all things as it is and click on pull. It will pull the changes from the origin and then show you how many files were changes. As you can see, I don't have any collaborators in this project, or no changes have been made that I don't already have in the local system. So it is saying no items pulled. So it will be very helpful for you in the future to manage larger projects and working with teams. I would suggest you use it. And so that's it for today's video. Hope you learned from it. If you want me to make a tutorial on a specific topic, then do let me know in the comments below. Keep coding, stay happy. See you in the next one.